respond with their full call sign using the recognized ITU phonetic alphabet and their name. I will recognize each station before continuing. Any station that wishes to check into the net, please come now.
November 6 Hotel Alpha, Bill in Roseville.
All right, I got Bill, N6HA in Roseville. Hello, Bill. Again, good to have you. Anybody else?
Kilo 6, Sierra, Quebec, Yankee, Clay, Grass Valley.
Okay. Hey, Clay, good to have you again. Let me double check. Kilo 6, Sierra, Quebec, Yankee.
Yep, that's right. Sorry, it's been a while. I've been busy, but I'm here.
That's okay. You sound a little bit scratchy, but we'll see how it goes. Again, glad to have you back. Any other participants, come now.
This is KP4MD, Carol, Citrus Heights.
Hello, Carol. Also good to have you. Thanks for you or whoever that filled in for me while I was gone. I missed it. If you could also do me a favor when I'm done taking check-ins, can you acknowledge anybody that's on YouTube because I can't see who's there.
Sure, yeah. Craig is on there, WP2N from the bayous of Louisiana. He says hi to all.
Very good, thank you. Anybody else? All right, I guess we'll start with the four of us, including myself. We're going to go to Bill in Roseville, N6HA, and see if he's ready and see what he's got. Are you ready, Bill?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me do a quick tone.
Good tone. Proceed.
All right, thanks. This is going to be PD 120 and 6HA.
right. Good copy here and good rendering on YouTube. I'm going to bet that this is going to be one of those cases where the backstory is at least, if not more, interesting than the photo itself. But for first commentary, let's go to Clay, K6SQY, and see if he got this and what he's got to say about it.
Hello, this is Clay, K6SQY, and I did receive the image, and I actually received it better than the YouTube did, so that's nice, and looks to me like some meat on a plate, and that's all I got. Nice butcher block top, I'm assuming on a table, but yeah, looks like a interesting image, and we'll definitely want to hear the backstory. K6SQY.
All right, thank you, Clay. Let's go to Carol and see what Carol has to say. Carol's KP4MD. Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, I had to look for the the button on the screen here to push to talk. Yeah, I was saying this looked like some kind of animal, processed animal. Looks like something came out of a meat grinder. I think Stu, if he was here, would be interested in that since he knows all about animals. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What I see on the left, it looks like sliced. I don't know. It's perhaps some kind of a sliced fruit or something. It's in some kind of a creamy sauce. They look like kind of like little donut things that are red, and then the two ones in the center there on this table, they look like something came out of a meat grinder, and I'm not sure what is on the right side. Looks like chips, and there's something in a little can that it's an unopened can with a pop top behind that tray there on the right side, and there is a blue. Might be perhaps a glass of some kind up on the top of the picture. As far as the pixel pops, maybe about a dozen, but they're not very disturbing at all. It's a pretty clear picture. Now there's something on the left, lower hand. I don't know if this piece of bread or something, but it looks like it's got some marks, marks from being on a grill or something horizontal on it. Looks like perhaps it's a piece of bread. Somebody was eating something, I guess. Back over to, oh, by the way, we have Ken, KF6 Alpha Golf Mike, who's joining us on live chat, and he says his antenna arrived his radio arrived yesterday, but he hasn't been able to get his antenna set up yet, so hopefully he can join next week on the air, and he's looking forward to that. So thank you very much, Ken, for chiming in there on the live chat on YouTube. Back to you, Net Control. K6KRQ, this is Kilo Pop for Mike Delta.
Thank you, Carol, and hello to Ken also. Hopefully you get that squared away and join us. The more the merrier. Remember that we have great conversation starters. Some are travelogues, some are technical, some are, well, I don't know what when we find out about this one. It does look like it came out of a meat grinder, like it was some game that somebody recently bagged. I see like the identifier from the repeater came across at the end, so it merely forms a border. And one thing to add is that a can of Borden's evaporated milk. That's all I can think of. But other than that, it's a good image, like I said at the beginning, both coming into my computer and my radio and on YouTube. So let's hear about it. Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, great guesses all around. I thought Carol was maybe the closest. I thought you were going to get it. These 4 delicious platters of what looks to be meat is not meat at all. They are actually baked goods, or in the case of the one on the left, Jell-O. So it is formed to look like meat, but it is not. One of my friends made this for, we do a board game night, and the theme was, where's the beef? Meaning the beef's too expensive right now, so we all brought non-beef products, and this is one of his contributions. So on the left is a Jello mixture. The two in the middle are actually cakes, so the bottom one is a red velvet, and the top one was something with, I think it was lemon. And then the far right tray is actually sugar cookies, dyed to look like meat. All formed and kind of look like meat, but they were pretty tasty, and it was just kind of funny for him to pull these out and serve them to us after pulling them out of Saran wrap. The can though, that was also, someone brought that. That's it's some kind of meat paste that they use for banh mi. So everyone was trying that. We've done a lot of these, so we're always finding new themes and new foods to bring. So this is an interesting one. N6HA.
Like I said, an interesting backstory. You know what? At the risk of offending somebody, if those are sweets, they don't look very attractive, but I'll take your word for it that they tasted good. So thanks for that. Good one. Definitely a conversation starter. All right, let's go to Clay, who we haven't seen in quite a while. He's K6SQY. I had the pleasure of meeting Clay in person at Hot August Nights. He recognized my voice, and so that was kind of cool. So anyway, Clay, again, welcome back. Let's see what you've got for us tonight.
All right, this is Clay, K6SQY, and yeah, it was great to meet you too. Sorry, it's been a pretty hectic summer for work, so I'll try to be more regular, but I'll get on when I can. Okay, let me try giving a tone.
Good tone. Go for it.
Okay, this should be PD 120 as well.
Another conversation starter. That one got a lot of pixel pops, but it's a good subject nevertheless. We're going to take it to the top to Bill, N6HA, for first comment on this one. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, pretty good photo. A lot of pixel pops. It seems like you're had a little trouble getting into the repeater, but very legible still. So my copy turned out pretty well. Just got, a lot of pixel pops, so I can see it. So it looks like we're maybe at a dock. That looks like a ship to the right there, potentially. And then we have this giant vehicle that looks like it probably could go in the water. That has a cool shark face on it. I have no idea what it could be. It looks like maybe some kind of weird tugboat that could go on land also. It's pretty neat. I think I see a crane in the back, probably to pull off shipping containers. See, I don't know what this vehicle is, but it's pretty cool. I like the paint job. I want to learn more. N6HA.
All right, very good. Let's go to Carol, KP4MD, and get her thoughts on this.
Gee, this is KP4MD. This looks like some kind of amphibious vehicle. The front of it looks like a boat, and it's got wheels. I really have not seen anything like this ever, and the way it's painted, it looks like something kind of an attack vehicle. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I'm sure the military wouldn't paint anything like this, or maybe they would. Who knows? Perhaps they did. I know they used to paint all kinds of stuff on the World War II planes. I have no other idea what this is, but as far as the pixel pops, there's quite a few on my end. But it doesn't detract from seeing the picture. It's a little staticky, and that was probably just because of the signal strength being a little low. So back to net control. It's KP4MD.
Thanks, Carol. I'm going to bet like Carol's closer than she might think. To me, it looks like an amphibious vehicle, kind of like I forget what DUKWs or DUWKs, the ducks they used for amphibious operations in World War II. This one looks like a more modern one, but I don't know if it's for like an amphibious assault or anything like that, if it's got any weapons on it. But the pixel pops aside, it's an interesting picture, and I too want to hear more about it. So let's have it, Clay.
All right, this is Clay, K6SQI, and this was a boat. There's actually two of them. I was up in Portland at the shipyard up there, and so I'm not sure if they're CBs or if they're some kind of Navy Reserve unit, but they were telling me that they use these things to, they'll make a dock or a pier, and so they'll drop a bunch of floating sections into the water, and then they'll use these guys to pull the pier up onto the shore, and they can make basically a dock in the middle of nowhere kind of thing, and they'll use these for that. So basically, it's like a tugboat that can go onto the beach, and that's a pretty interesting thing. I hadn't seen one like this before, so I took some pictures and I thought I'd share it with you.
Thanks, Clay. That is interesting. You know, the dock idea is what they did during the Normandy landings. They called them mulberry piers, I think. But they made the exact same thing you were talking about, so that they could offload all the material. So anyway, good picture, and thanks for letting us see that. So that said, hey, before I go on to Carol, I'm going to check and see if anybody else has come along. We're missing some of our regulars. If they've come along and they'd like to check in. If so, come now. All right, I didn't snare anybody that time. I'll try in a little bit. All right, let's go to Carol, KP4MD, and see what Carol has for us tonight.
Yeah, okay, KP4MD. This is going to be PD120.
got that one better on YouTube than I did at home. So anyways, commentary time, and we're going to go to Clay first this time, K6SQY. Go ahead with your thoughts on this one, Clay.
Yeah, this was Clay, K6SQY. Yep, the YouTube one came through actually better this time for me. Got a few pixel pops here, but still a very good image. Looks like pretty much straight out of the 50s, I would have guessed, possibly. Looks like a young lady at the shack, and I think I see a call sign W3OVV, so be curious to hear about that. And maybe she's not talking on the radio, though. She looks like she's possibly doing some homework or something of that nature, maybe studying to pass the test for the license exam. But anyways, yeah, it looks like a good picture. K6SQY.
Good observation there on the studying and the test. That's what I was thinking. Let's go to Bill, N6HA. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, good photo. Not too many pixel pops here. Yeah, I see, same thing. Young girl, looks like she's copying down probably some code and practicing maybe for the exam. There's a straight key on the right there plugged into what looks like to be maybe a transmitter up top, but there's no case on it, so you can see the tubes right there where the call sign is also. There's some knobs on the front with a gauge. I don't know what that radio is, but it's interesting. And then probably the receiver below it. I have no idea what radio this is. It's a vintage I've never seen. But yeah, a good photo, and I wonder who this is. I don't think it's Carol. Maybe it is. But yeah, interested to hear more. N6HA.
All right, very good, Bill. You know, if that call sign is W3OVY, I looked it up and there's nothing for it. There was somebody in Pennsylvania for N3OVY, but let's see if Carol's got more info on it. So tell us about your picture, Carol.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's W3OVV, Oscar Victor Victor. Her name was Jane Bieberman, and she was featured in QST magazine for December 1948. Her picture, this is not her picture from the cover, but she had another picture on the cover of QST from December 1948. Her father, that's her father's station, of course, and but that's her own call sign, Whiskey 3 Oscar Victor Victor. Her father was a ham operator too, and taught her Morse code at the age of 6, and she got her own call sign and her own license at the age of I think she was 10 years old when they took this picture. Back then, to get a license, you had to do a Morse code exam, and she passed the exam at the FCC, 13 words per minute, and her father taught her all about the theory and everything to be able to pass the FCC exam. Back then was a fill-in-the-blank type exam, so that was quite impressive at that age to be licensed and to be on the air. So there was a little feature article about her in the December 1948 QST magazine, and I tell you, you know, it's so much easier to get licenses nowadays that it just absolutely blows my mind to think that these youngsters were able. They must have been real prodigies to be able to accomplish that. But of course, she had, I'm sure, an excellent model ideal to follow in the footsteps of her father, watching him doing the stuff, and she was really into it and learned it and got licensed. Unfortunately, she is now a silent key. But if you look up W3OVV on QRZ, you'll see it mentions that she is now a silent key. So back to net control. It's KP for MD.
Thank you, Carol. That is an excellent picture, and I'll join you with the mind-blowing thing about being able to do that in those days and so young. it does show she was born in 38. She was from Gainesville, Florida, and it looks like she just recently passed away. It says here Silent Key or S Key 2025. So very good, very interesting. I like pictures like that. You've given us a few of those blasts from the past, so keep it up. I know I like it, and I'm sure everybody else does too. All right, before I go ahead and send one of my own, I'm going to try one more time. I always say one more time. I'm going to try another time to see if anybody's come along late that would like to join us, even if it's just for commentary on the photos. If so, come now. All right, nothing heard. Okay, I'm going to send one your way. And I wish I could get them so they weren't so elongated, but I'll learn that. So anyway, let me try a tone first, and somebody let me know if they can hear it.
Good tone.
All right, here it comes. PD 120. All right, from the pixel poppage I can see, it looks like I might have got hit too. But let's go to the top. We're going to start with Bill, N6HA, for commentary on this one. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, good photo here. Not too many pixel pops. Looks like a gas station, and there's a red truck there parked, and also a little van. This is the CB shop. I think I could tell there's a bunch of antennas on top of it in a weird orientation. I've seen some of those CB rigs those guys run with like 6 alternators and a bunch of amplifiers where plasma comes off the antennas. They're blasting so much power through them. So I wonder if this guy's selling some good stuff. Oh, there's the baby. Want to say hi? I'm a visitor. But yeah, interesting photo. I wonder if you bought anything from him. N6HA.
All right, thanks for that, Bill. Q5 on the youngster too. Yeah, that's surprised somebody else has seen one of these guys. Let's go to Clay, K6SQY, and see what he's got to say about it.
Yeah, this is Clay, K6SQY. Yeah, it looks like a red van converted into a CB shop, and I've never seen anything like that. I probably would investigate further if I did. I'm curious to hear if you had any interactions with them. Did you go talk to them?
No, next time I see him, no, I will. I didn't even think of that. Let's go to Carol and see if she's seen one of these like CB guys around. Go ahead, Carol.
No, I have never seen a truck like that says CB shop, and I guess it must be. I don't know if this would be a new picture, but CB is not as popular as it used to be back in the 70s. So I don't know. I know. I think the most place where I see CB radios are on those truck stops, and I think some of the truckers still use them. That's all I can think. Back over to you. The picture, though, yeah, a couple dozen pixel pops, but overall, a good clear picture. Thank you, KP for MD.
Carol, once again, I think you're like closer than you might think. Let me tell you about this one. About a little over a year ago, I went on like one of my trips. I hadn't been active in ham radio with you guys and gals for very long, only a few months. So I saw this guy. He's at the intersection of U.S. Highway 93 and Interstate 80 in Wells, Nevada. And I'm like, really? A CB repair guy? I didn't even know that was still a thing. So I was just shocked. I didn't even know it was still a thing, kind of like what Carol alluded to. So this time when we drove back to Washington, D.C., this time when I got to Wells, Nevada, I said, I'm going to stop and see if that dude is still here. Well, apparently he does get business because he was still there. This was just a few weeks ago, and he got a new truck. He had a step van before, but this one's a little better. He was sitting in it, and he had one of those little amber lights like emergency crews use. I'm going to let it drop. The little amber light spinning around. And so I guess, you know, it is near a truck stop, so those guys do use CBs. After that, I noticed when I go into these like Loves and Flying J truck stops, I noticed that they still sell all kinds of CB stuff. I didn't even notice that till last year. So anyway, what's old is new, I guess, or what's new is old, however you want to look at it. So that's the story on that.
Comment?
Go for it.
Yeah, more of an anecdote, I guess. My first ham radio I bought from somebody who was a CBer, and he kept telling me he peaked and tweaked it. He peaked and tweaked the radio, which I had no idea what that meant. And it turns out it's a CB term, which these CB guys might do, where they try to maximize the power output of the radio. In reality, you're just going to blow out your finals, most likely. But maybe he peaks and tweaks people's radios for profit. Very interesting. I'm glad CB is still active. It's RF is RF, but yeah, maybe they'll get their ham license here soon. N6AJ.
That's another good anecdote. There's a guy I talked to on another net. He still toys around with that CB stuff, and I guess, like I said, those guys still use it. I think they're real limited on their power, though.
I think that's why they like buying ham radio gear. So they Mars mod it and then use it on CB illegally. The reports, I'm sure. So yeah, they're well known to running way more than the 5 watts the FCC allocated to them.
I kind of figured since they're not licensed, maybe like outlawry is more common among them. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I remember that goofy craze. I thought it was cartoonish myself. I was a teenager then. I thought it was kind of cartoonish, but anyway, that's the state of affairs today. right, small group tonight. I'm gonna one more or another time see if anybody might have come along. If so, come now. All right, I didn't hear anybody. Does anybody else have another photo that they'd like to send? I have one, but I'll let somebody else go first if they have one. Okay, since I didn't have any takers, I'll send you this one. This thing's kind of neat. I'd kind of like to have one of these. So here it comes. PD-120. All right, this is Bill, K6KRQ. It's kind of obvious what it is, but I don't know, maybe somebody's seen it before. I just took it on my trip. So I'm going to go back to the top and see what Bill, N6HA, has to say about it. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, good photo. Not too many pixel pops. Looks like to be some kind of museum from the placard, and looks like it's behind glass. See some other people looking at things behind the photo. Yeah, it looks like a globe currently over Africa. There's an odd green color to it. I'm not sure why would it be in a museum and what museum you're at. So that'd be interesting to know if this is somehow someone owned this that was famous, or is it the first of its kind? I'm not sure what makes it unique, so I'm sure you'll tell us more, though. N6HA.
All right, Bill, thanks for that. Let's go to Clay, see what he's thinking about it. Go ahead, Clay.
All right, this is Clay, K6SQY. I don't know either. I just know it's a globe, and it looks like it's in a museum. What it does make me think about is the fact that I haven't actually seen a globe in quite some time, and that's kind of sad, actually. So yeah, I'm interested to hear about it. All right, let's hear it. K6SQY.
That was an interesting comment. It kind of makes me think. Let's see what Carol says.
Yeah, this is KP4MD, and it looks like you've got, it looks like it's some kind of a display perhaps in a museum, and just looks like an older globe. Uh, I don't. It's really kind of hard to see the boundaries of the countries there, but I'm thinking that this is something that's perhaps from maybe before the 20th century, and it's on display there behind glass. It looks like uh, there's somebody over there pushing. It looks like a stroller, and looking at some other display in the background. And I do have another picture to share after this, by the way. So back to you, Scapey Fremdy.
Oh, good. Another picture. Great. Because we still got quite a bit of time. Anyway, this here, the reason I took the picture is I'd love to have one of these floor globes. I think they're gorgeous, but they're super expensive. You can still get them. They're super expensive. This is the Air and Space Museum of the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., by far the most popular museum there. It's like Circus in Las Vegas. There's like kids all over the place. But it was in the office of the president of Pan Am Airlines, for any of you old enough to remember Pan Am Airlines. And I just thought it was a gorgeous globe. It was in good shape. It wasn't dinged or nothing. They had a big exhibit there on airlines, like airline travel back in the day. So, obviously, if you're ever back there, there's lots of stuff to see. This Air and Space Museum is a must-see. They got a lot of cool stuff in it. So that's the story on that. I'm glad Carol's got another picture. Maybe somebody else does too, but we're going to go to Carol first. Go ahead, Carol, whenever you are ready. This is Bill, K6KRQ.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I do have also some other comments here from live stream. I guess this had to do more with your picture, previous picture, Bill. CB Tim Webb says they're big around here, especially the sideband, and now it's even FM mode. And then Craig down in Louisiana says my old CB call was KBO 7980 back in the mid to late 60s when CB was still 23 channels. So there you go. Okay, this picture following pretty much the same theme here that from that previous picture. KP4MD, and this is PD120.
I am absolutely speechless. That's like the same guy. The picture I took was in that lot across the street from him there on the left side of the picture. Excuse me for taking the first commentary on this one, but I'm kind of speechless, and I'm dying to know where you got it from. But that's going to have to wait, because I'm going to see if Clay or Bill's got something to say about it. Go ahead first, Clay.
This is Clay, K6STV. The picture came through really clear, and it's pretty evident what it is, and I kind of chuckled when I saw it. So hopefully it's a good story for you from Carol, K6STV.
Bill, how about something from you? There you get a good view of like the bristling antennas you were talking about. I wonder if they really do like emit plasma if he's testing radios at night, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's a small world. Carol got the same shot. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I have no idea what these antennas are doing. I'm trying to find the video. They call these things key down contests, and you'll find a video of these Suburbans with probably about 5 vertical antennas mounted on it with PVC extending it out. So look at it, just a YouTube key down contest, and you'll find a photo. Maybe I'll find a picture. I'll send it at the end here. N6HA.
This is hilarious. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been able to address the viewers because I don't have a computer I could see them, but we love these conversation starters. And Carol, you did not disappoint here. Tell us where you got this.
Okay, yeah, that is this is KP4MD. That's a frame grab from a YouTube video that I was, just so intrigued by that picture you shared that I went and I did a Google search for the CB shop in Wells, and popped up with this one YouTube video, and it just happened to be at a particular point that I saw this close-up of that same truck. So I stopped the video right there, took a screenshot of it, and then cropped it and put it into SSTV. I put the link on the live chat if you want to go ahead and see the video yourself. It's a short one. Back over to you, KP4MD.
You know what? Thanks for that. That's some real gunslinger stuff there, like yanking that out so quick. That might be one of the best laughs I've had in all the time I've been doing this. So thanks for that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, my pleasure. By the way, I don't know how much later it was than the picture you got. But this is the other side. This looks like the right side. You had a picture of the left side of that truck, and this one looks like the letters are kind of peeling off. Over.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Like I pulled over real quick, and I shot it from that lot across the street, kind of sort of well, not as far away as that sign back there, but I didn't notice the peeling, so. Maybe it's just being out there in the desert, but very interesting. I'll check that video out for sure. Yeah, he must have some business there, so because he was there the year before. Anyway, that said, this is Bill, K6KRQ. Does anybody have more? We still got about 8 minutes till the top of the hour. Does anybody have another photo that they're willing to send?
N6HA.
Oh, goody. If you've got one, go ahead and fire it off.
Yeah, I found a screenshot of what I was describing. It's quite the sight. Here it is.
K6KRQ. You know what? This is pretty wild, this key down contest thing. I've never heard of such a thing. You know, before I just go to Bill and have us tell us what he knows about it, is there anybody else that has like comment on it first? Okay, you know what, Bill? Tell us what you know about this. This guy in the center looks like he's like all painted up and made for this event or something. Tell us what you know about it. It looks pretty wild. Go ahead.
Yeah, not too much. I know that these cars have at least 6 to 8 alternators in them that they use to run very illegal amplifiers that all work off 12 volts. They call them pills, so that, you know, you could buy like an 8 pill or a 12 pill, and they're just FETs that they make amplifiers, huge amplifiers out of. I didn't realize that they use these Yagis until I saw this video with these weird, they're almost like quarter waves maybe. So it's just really interesting. I don't know what the point of the contest is other than to rev it and key down and see what happens, but I don't know how they determine who wins. Maybe there's actually, you know, I think there's a remote station that's trying to listen to who they could hear. So they point in the direction, and whoever they hear wins. So I think that's how it works. But quite the sight, and yeah, I have to give them an A for ingenuity. It's pretty cool. N6AJ.
Thanks for that. You know what? That's going to probably go up there as like the wildest thing I've seen in 2025. That's pretty strange and definitely bears further investigation. So, yeah, if there's any doubt, you know, some of it's serious, some of it's humorous, but it's all interesting, the stuff we come up with. If there was any more of us, we'd have to tell everybody to transmit in Robot 36 or something so it would go, you could get more pictures through. But before I close it out, I'm going to see if there's any more comments, maybe even a final picture, questions, or what have you before I close. If so, go ahead. All right, nothing heard. I want to thank all who participated in tonight's SSTV Net, including our viewers on YouTube. I'm sorry, I'll have to do something so I can see it computer-wise instead of just on my TV, so I can see who's on there and address them personally. But thanks for doing that for me, Carol. I appreciate it. That's Carol KP4MD that runs the YouTube connection for us, and we appreciate that. We hope you do too. So we hope to see you again next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And by the way, thanks for doing whatever while I was gone. This net is officially closed at 9:58 p.m. local time. This is Bill, K6KRQ, wishing all of you a good evening. 73.
Bill.